let's take a look at this miniature amp here. I mean, it's smaller than the size of this box. All right, first things first, we got a white box in here. This looks like it has, yep, some plug-in stuff. This is an AC/DC adapter. What is the amperage on this? All right, 9 volts, 0.5 amps, so not very strong. So let's see if this small amp can do much in the way of volume. We have 6 what looks like AA batteries. Uh-oh. I don't like the use of AA batteries in my amps, to be honest. But this is a very small amp. It's meant as a kind of travel amp, I suppose. Yep, 15 amp AA, 1.5 volt. We'll put that aside for now. All right, here's the amp itself. It's pretty small, as you can tell. Now, it doesn't have a ton of extra stuff here. There's no handle to carry it, so you're just carrying it like this. Let's take it out of the bag. The protective case there, doing a lot of heavy lifting. Here's some paperwork. Multimedia Digital Amp M3. And it tells you some details, some information. We never read this stuff. Here it is up close. Buy Donner if you want. It's black, it's got a nice faux leather look to it. The grill is like a brown and a lighter brown, which is an interesting kind of appearance. It's trying to go for like this slightly older look, but it's also combining that with the newer cabinet look of like this faux black, like threaded leather stuff. You can look closely, it's not exactly leather-like. It's like, it's trying to be fabric-y. All right, on the back, here's the DC in, some more information. Here's the battery bay. It's got a nice, tasty silica packet. Might eat this later. And here are our slots for our batteries. So let's put this in. So we can either use this plugged into the wall, or we can use batteries. I do like the inclusion of batteries, in that I get to play this even when it's not plugged into the wall. So what I'm going to be playing with this, as you can tell in the background there, is my nice EART, E-A-R-T, GW2. I'm never sure how to pronounce that. And my other one, I think that's what is this? It's a Schecter. I'm not sure what model that is, but it's a beauty that I salvaged and fixed back together. All right, I'm gonna put some batteries in and I'll be right back. I am back, and I present to you my right back and the Donner speaker, which is now full of AA batteries. Num num num. We also have the cable here. I might test it to see if there's any sound difference between the two, because I know that the DC in might have a better and easier job of providing enough power, especially since I'm going to try this little thing with my bass. Now, this is a guitar amp. It is a guitar amp, but I like to test amps to see if they work well on basses as well, because that just means they're putting out a lot of oomph. I have some pretty small amps that can power this bass. There might be a link to something here, or there. Anyway, I'm gonna plug my, let's see, what should I plug in first? I'll plug in my ART GW2 first. And we'll see what this little guy sounds like. Now, don't judge the quality of the amp based on the quality of my playing, because I guarantee you, it's not great. We'll just plug this in, and then I will use this opportunity to explore some of the amp's other features. All right, let's put this right here. So what we're gonna test out first are these knobs on the top, which are plentiful for something of this price. We have, obviously, the on button. We have these knobs when you have the bass, middle, and treble. So a lot of the time, these smaller amps don't have the middle. We also have level and drive, which are useful for this kind of thing. And we also have on and off for a kind of alternate waveform there. We'll see what that sounds like. I think it's phasing. That should be phasing, right? Interesting. We also have the speaker output, and we have a headphone output. So if you want to just directly listen to your guitar or bass playing without it coming out the amp, those are some options. Always good to have. All right, let's turn this baby on. And we're live. We're battery live. Now let's see if I can make myself look like a little bit of a fool, huh? We have no signal yet. What's going on? Is our volume not up? No, it's not. Let's turn up the bass to the middle. Let's turn up the middle to the middle. Let's turn up the treble to the middle. See what we get. Nothing. All right, what am I not doing? Let's see. Our level. That's good to turn up to. There we go. That's good to have. It's always good to turn everything to the middle, just to see what happens. We're sounding good. All right. Should I sound like anything? So we're getting pretty good volume. Yeah, I told you I'd embarrass myself. I'm just a beginner guitarist. Don't make fun of me too much. All right, let's turn up some bass and see how that does. Okay. Let's turn all these all the way up, see how loud we can get. I'm getting a little bit of static and background noise here. Might just be the wire, but it's probably the amplifier trying to do its best. Let's turn the drive all the way up. Pretty loud. Not super loud, obviously, but I'm surprised how loud this little thing could get. And it's pretty good sounding, too. There's not a lot of distortion or sound, almost at all. I'm bending these strings too much. Alright. What does the phaser do? Oh, that just makes it... Okay, maybe it's not a phaser. It's just a really loud... It has a pedal in it. That's, I guess, some heavy overdrive or something. I don't know. You can definitely hear the noise, though. Listen to that. That's a doozy. Alright, I think we've had enough with my bad guitar playing. Now, we're going to be ready for some bad bass playing. I can still hear that noise. Let's turn the settings all the way back down. Not all the way, just back to the middle. I'm not getting a huge ton of range, I guess, in each knob. They don't affect it too... Oh, let's turn the drive a little bit back down. We want a little bit of drive, and we'll turn our overdrive button off. Okay. Let's plug this in. Tighten that up. I never remember to tighten this up. Will this be powerful enough? There's a little bit of flatness there. I'm going to turn the bass up a bit. It's not bad, but it doesn't make my bass sound amazing. Oh, I see. So this is the case normally when you're trying to play a bass on a smaller amp. It's if you give it too much signal, it kind of overloads it. So instead of sounding kind of pleasant like this, if I plug it too hard, it gives it that kind of rough overtone. Is the phase on? Let's turn that on and see what that sounds like. It sounds a bit crunched to me, I think. Which isn't bad. If you're not looking for that kind of thing though, it might be a little bit unwelcome. It doesn't have that full sound. It's kind of crunched on all ends. Let's see if I can turn some of these up. Maybe turn up the drive a bit. Give it a bit more oomph. Turn the bass up. Sorry, I get too much into that. All right, what are my thoughts on this? It's a nice little amp. Shut up. But I'm gonna turn it off. It's a nice little amp. I could probably throw this around without being too worried about it getting damaged. Not that I would care much. I'm not super loving the fact that it has to use like 6 different AA batteries. I would rather it had a rechargeable, but for the price, that's okay. And the fact that it can use DC. Oh, I was gonna plug it into the wall. Here's the thing. Look at this. Look at this. What am I supposed to do with this? That's how long this cable is. What do I do with that? I guess I just put it up directly against the wall. I'm not sitting like near any outlets right now. Anyway, here's one more time to appreciate this little champ, I suppose. This is a little Donner champ. This is a little Pogger champ. Sorry. And here's one more chance to appreciate this great looking bass. Just look at that. That's gorgeous. Come on. Especially with these neon strings. Sorry about the bad playing, but you know, I get my practice in when I can. All right. That's all for right now. Let me know what you think. Peace.